because the work that we do could be so overwhelming, right? But if we are very specific in the work that we're doing, then it becomes simplified, and we say, hey, my journey on this earth is really to just do this and contribute to this. It's okay, and I'm all right to be overwhelmed with all of the things that need to be done and the collaborative effort that needs to take place. My role then is to bring my gift to the table based off of what I am good at.
All right, I told you guys I was gonna get better and work on really just sharing in the moment things that are going on, and this week has been extremely busy. So I wanna update you on a couple things that are going on and also what I'm really excited about. So there are two big things happening this week. The first is Come Home has a podcast episode that is dropping on the 1st. And our Come Home podcast now is 50 plus interviews, and who I sit down and who I interview are different researchers, advocates, CEOs, leaders of organizations within education or organizations committed to social impact, leadership development, emotional intelligence. And so my real intention and goal is to, one, share the amazing work going on in those fields, and two, give information, share with people, create opportunities for people to connect. And so we have an awesome interview that's dropping at the end of this week. So a couple days ago when you see this, but it's with Mario Shaw, who is the founder of Messy Roots. They are doing incredible work with BIPOC leaders, and him and I just talk leadership in general. Him and I have a lot of alignment in the work that we do. We're both local in Charlotte, very supportive, always looking for ways to collaborate. And so I'm excited to share, one, his journey and his story, as well as some of the amazing work they have going on. The other piece that I'm really excited about is that the first of every month, Come Home shares a newsletter. And this newsletter is all the most up-to-date information, articles, research, work happening in the field of emotional intelligence, human development, leadership development, social impact, education, right? That's what kind of is the umbrella of the Come Home community and the work that we're sharing. And I'm really excited because what the intention behind that newsletter is. I remember being in schools and getting inundated with so much articles, research, information, and just there's so much out there. And honestly, I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time necessarily in my day-to-day to kind of sift through everything out there and read and go through things. And so one of the goals with the Come Home community and the newsletter is to curate that information for you. To go through all the top things going on in those worlds within education, emotional intelligence, leadership development, social impact, and really start to find up-to-date research and articles that could be of value to you, and drop those in there for you. So that's one intention. The other is to remove barriers and remove our silos and connect one another. One of the ways that I do that is through spotlighting people doing incredible work. And I am really, really excited to highlight DC Public Schools in this month's newsletter because they are doing so much incredible work around their leadership development, really, really pouring into assistant principals and principals to really make sure that they're equipped with the best skills to serve their learning communities. And I really feel like through my connection with the people at DC Public Schools, they're just really setting a great example and a great model for how that work can be done. And so one thing we do in the Come Home newsletter is we spotlight people doing that work. And so I'm excited. Greg from DC Public Schools is sharing with us everything that they're doing around leadership development. And the intention behind sharing all that is, one, to hopefully connect him to other people and have people want to reach out to him, but to learn from one another. I remember being in schools and having opportunities, whether that be at conferences or going to different summits or going to different schools, and seeing all these amazing things happening and realizing that there was so much disconnect. We were all just in our little bubbles. And I constantly was thinking about, well, I wish so-and-so was able to connect with so-and-so. And so this newsletter is an opportunity to break that barrier, to share what DC Public Schools has going on, to share what people are doing. And we do this often so that others, and we have about 300 plus people right now who are tuned into our newsletter, but so that they can read it and they can take information from it. They can start to look at how their organizations and their institutions are functioning to go, wow, that's really interesting. I want to connect with so-and-so to learn more about what they're doing, helping them feel like they can really get support and also just continue to learn. So those are two big things, obviously outside of the work that we do, reaching out and trying to look for partnerships and supporting our partners with the actual work itself that Come Home does. We also have the podcast and we also have the newsletter. And those are just avenues to continue to connect one another, to bring value to the people who tune in, and to continue to share and celebrate the incredible work, because so many people are doing great things. And it's just my belief that stuff needs to be highlighted, that stuff needs to be shared, celebrated, and we can all learn from one another. So stay tuned for all that.